And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again another day committed to helping you win in any marketplace. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Our number one goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, but most importantly, we want to engage with you so we can help you win in any marketplace.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
We want you to save our hotline number in your phone because at some point you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372. That's our Consumer Advocate hotline. We want you to call or text that line with any questions, comments you may have during the show. Also, check out our website, consumerqb.com. A plethora of information available for you on our website, consumerqb.com. You can submit an email form that comes directly through to myself and our team of producers. And then we're also going to make sure we get right back to you before our head hits the pillow. Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region's number one consumer advocate program right here based in Tampa Bay. 5 o'clock drive time, 1380 The Biz. Weekend show on FM 102.5 The Bone on Sunday mornings. Also syndicated on Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Roku, and 85 other outlets here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we want to help you win as your number one consumer advocate. Intelligent Talk Radio. I've got some intelligent folks here in studio with me today. Jennifer Bell back in studio. Welcome in.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. And yourself?
I'm good. Thank you.
Awesome. Home organizing options.
Yep. We are open and ready to take care of everybody in the Tampa Bay area. We are now serving Clearwater and St. Pete as well. Apollo Beach and Ruskin, so you can reach out to us at any time at homeorganizingoptions.com. We are updating our website right now, so if you don't see that, 813-770-2520.
All right, sounds good. Also, Marquis Jackson in the house, VP of Operations, Home Organizing Options. Welcome in.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
everybody, it's Marquis Jackson with Home Organizing Options. We are the nation's, nobody knows it yet, but we're the nation's number one cleaning and organizing company, providing number one high quality service. But at the moment, we're just Tampa's number one home organizing.
Okay, there you go. All right. Nice. I like that. And I can speak firsthand. You guys did an awesome job helping us with our move. And there's so much, you look at a home move in real estate. I was obviously in the real estate business myself, my wife. But when you look at this big feat of packing everything up, moving it to the new house, all, setting up the utility companies, the internets, all these different things, you guys come in and really just help so much. So I really appreciate it. And this is, firsthand experience. You guys do a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, homeorganizingoptions.com. Also, consumerqb.com. You can see all of our expert contributors at our website, consumerqb.com. Also, Louise Harris in studio. Welcome back.
Hi, Brandon. It's great to be here. I'm going to talk about marketing and different strategies and have a good day.
Awesome. We're going to talk about editing and researching as well, and you help people with books,
Yes, I
ghost
do.
writing, and putting out press releases.
Yes, all kinds of writing element, but books are so important for as a marketing tool, and
Yeah.
I help them get it from start to finish, from the idea to Amazon, and I help I coach them along the way. So
Nice. Good stuff. All right. Thanks for coming in, Louise. All right. So Brandon Rhymes here. As you know, I'm the owner of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We got a couple of hot listings we want to let you know about here. 207 Coronado Drive in Clearwater. This is a beautiful opportunity for an entrepreneur, business owner, maybe a corporate type business looking to relocate. This is a property. It's $3.5 million. It's on Clearwater Beach, right across the street from the Wyndham Grand Clearwater Beach. The Hyatt is catty corner adjacent. Also, the Pier 60 right on Clearwater Beach. Beautiful opportunity. Check out the beautiful photography from Fabre Frameworks, flying that drone up above, getting those gorgeous overview shots of the beautiful Clearwater Beach, number one beach destination in the world, by the way, voted again this past week as the number one beach in the United States. Also, we have a property, 1701 Mariner Way in Tarpon Springs. This is a great opportunity for a family home, half an acre in a great gated community here. Quiet living in Tarpon Springs, Florida. And again, the Fabre Frameworks drone photography shows that you are close to the waterway there, the intercoastal waterway. Just over the other side of that is the Dunedin Causeway, Honeymoon Island. Beautiful places to live, work, and play here in gorgeous Tampa Bay. All right. So we want to thank our restaurant partner. The Lucky Dill Restaurant is our official restaurant partner. Check them out over at Boy Scout Boulevard in Tampa, right across the street from the Intercontinental, or the mall there, the what's the mall? International Plaza. It's a restaurant, deli, New York City bar, Brooklyn Bakery, catering, the Lucky Dill Restaurant, home of the sandwich that ate Brooklyn. The food over there is amazing. The sandwiches are awesome. They've got a location on US 19 in Palm Harbor as well, and 4606 West Boy Scout Boulevard in Tampa, the official restaurant partner. Now, make sure you go in, let them know that the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers and incentives, and just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Real Estate Quarterback show, they're going to hook you up with a free water with lemon right when you sit down. They're going to take care of you over there. So, all right. So we got Jennifer Bell in the house, Marquis Jackson. So home organizing options. Give me an overview of what does that mean?
Well, we go in and provide specialized, detailed services where we look at everything that you have in your home. We determine whether or not you would like to purge it, which is very much the most important thing to do when we first come in, is to remove the items that you no longer use or it doesn't serve its purpose in your home anymore. So you're not just collecting things and not utilizing them. We have donation services, so that helps with the donation services as well, and we'll give you a tax write-off paperwork for that. We do anywhere from one room to a full house or a garage as well. We can follow you through your whole process for your move if you would like that as well. Box up things. We prefer to be there for the unboxing of things because we're able to help you restage your home in your new home and make it just a little bit easier for you.
I like that. Yeah, and organizing is your expertise when you look at organizing different aspects of the closet to the kitchen, laying things out where it makes sense.
Right. And during the service that we do the home organizing, not necessarily during the move unless it's requested, but during the service when we're doing the organizing, we provide a cleaning service as well. So not only is your home organized, but it smells good, your bathrooms are clean, your kitchen's clean, everything's done for you. So when you start fresh and you've already purged, then you go into a absolutely clean and organized home from the beginning, so you can maintain that a little bit longer or make it a mess and we just come back.
Yeah,
that's fine too.
The professional, the business owners, the people that are, maybe it's a single mom, they don't have time to deal with that. They are better served focusing on their business or focusing on their children, whatever they are good at. That's their specialty. So your organization is going to allow them to do just that. Right.
We come in and it helps. I feel like it helps most people, especially families, to go in and just help to get it in order, because sometimes you get so overwhelmed with life.
Right.
In addition to that, we do service realtors and go in and do the organizing and cleaning before an open house. We prefer to do it like a day or two before. That's another thing that we do offer, and that's just to stage your home, not necessarily with furniture, but with your own belongings. So you don't have to purchase anything or anything like that. We just take everything that you have, organize, clean it, purge it, whatever we need to do to get it in order for the realtor to do a showing for an open house. I think it takes a lot of time to get those things in order when you're already have accumulated so much or created like a normal house situation.
Right.
So if we come in, we reduce the anxiety and stress of that move. Or if you have family come in, or you have an Airbnb, we serve Airbnbs and we do those in a couple hours and get everything in order for the Airbnb. Or if you're turning a room into an Airbnb, we can assist you with getting that in order.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of options with what that's why we have home organizing options.
Yeah, I like
we
that.
have a lot of options with what we can do to help service your situation. So it's very detailed just for you specifically in your needs.
So yeah, definitely the main application I believe is when people are moving. When they're looking at a move, it's such a daunting task. There's so many things that need to be accounted for, things that need to be done. Everything from just getting the supplies to the house, the plastic bins or boxes, the tape, the wrapping, different things that come into play there. And it's interesting. In the beginning, you talked about purge, and as Americans, we're so resistant to purging. It's interesting. There's a multi-million-dollar industry that's birthed from that in the self-storage space.
Right.
There's people are storing all their stuff. They're paying all this money every year to store their stuff.
Right.
When really, how many times do they go and open that thing up and actually get something out of it?
Right. I mean, I do agree if you have storage things for specific family items or sentimental things that you want to pass on to family and you just don't have the space for it and you're just trying to keep it in, good condition.
Right.
But in the same token, if you don't have space for it, then you are spending money on that. And someone out there may need what you have, and that's such a great benefit to other people in the community.
Yeah. So when we come back, I want to talk about that side of it as well, when you're donating and the charitable side of how you're allowing some people to utilize this secondhand type stuff. And it's really an awesome part of the business. I like home organizing options here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Coming up as well, we're going to hear from Marquis Jackson, Louise Harris here in studio, and we have a feel-good story of the day coming at you as well about a couple of kids that were found. So interesting story, feel-good story coming up, and here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Stay with us. Do not touch that dial. We'll be right back after this short break.
Hey everybody, I'm Forbes Riley, celebrity TV fitness host and creator of The Spin Gym. I'm here today with Brandon Rhymes, and you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Great ways to get happy, healthy, and wealthy.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Ian Beckles here with
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by Thru on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here. I'm your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show. owner of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We're helping you win. We're helping sellers profit more on the sale of their real estate properties, utilizing technology and our radio and TV show to help our sellers maximize the exposure, maximize the profits on the sale of their properties. Every day we're pitching our real estate listings live on air to thousands of listeners, viewers on Apple TV, Amazon TV, Roku, worldwide here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. This segment is brought to you by Brothers Easy Moving, the official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show, and they strive to be the very best Tampa Bay moving companies by exceeding your expectations. They are among the best reviewed Tampa movers as well. On Google, they hold a 4.6 rating, the highest in the Tampa Bay area. They have an A rating on the Better Business Bureau, A rating on Angie's List, 4.5 on Yelp, and they've also won the Super Service Award multiple times. And I can tell you firsthand, it was a first-class experience dealing with everyone from the front office, Gary Thacker and his team. Also, they had six young gentlemen show up, and they were two large trucks, and they just did a great job throughout the day. Brothers Easy Moving, the official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Now, make sure you give them a call. Let them know that the real estate quarterback sent you. Tell them you heard about it on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and they're going to give you a special offer and an incentive just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Brothers Easy Moving, the official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, hot property here in Dunedin, 1790 Bayshore Drive in Dunedin. This property is a great entry-level type home, especially for that Dunedin area. It's a very sought-after area in Dunedin, Florida, and this property has a huge backyard, terrazzo floors throughout. Great opportunity. 2-bedroom, small home, starter home in Dunedin, Florida, just priced just over $200,000. Great opportunity. 7911 Jackson Springs in Tampa. This property is another beautiful property just listed, $280,000, 7911 Jackson Springs Drive in Tampa. This is in that town and country area in the location. It's a 2-story home, partially updated, nice size backyard as well, and a great place to live, work, and play here in beautiful Tampa Bay. And we're going to be over at the Home and Garden Show, the Spring 2019 Tampa Home and Garden Show at the Tampa Convention Center. It's put on by East Coast Consumer Shows. They do a great job putting on these awesome events. The TampaHomeandGardenShow.com is the URL. March 23rd and 24th, coming up just around the corner, Tampa Convention Center. We're going to be over there on Franklin Street in downtown. We've got a double booth set up. We're going to have some of our expert contributors there as well. We're going to have a 10 by 20 booth set up, and our expert contributors are going to come hang out. So come and shake some hands, meet some of the radio personalities that you hear on the show. You watch on our TV show version as well. Spring 2019 Tampa Home and Garden Show, March 23rd and 24th, Tampa Convention Center. And Jennifer and Marquis, I think you guys are going to be there as well.
Yes.
At the home show. So neat, people walking by, people kind of just checking out things. Maybe they just bought a home, just moved into a home, planning a move. All types of people come to enjoy those home shows.
Yeah, we'll definitely be bringing either a fishbowl or something so you can sign up and register. And if you register for a cleaning, either for yourself or a gift to someone else, we have a gift for you as well.
Cool.
It's a surprise, though.
There's lots of cool giveaways at those places.
Yeah, you got to show up to see.
Yeah, that's good. So we'll have our show banners popped up. They'll be able to recognize where we're at. So Marquis, I want to get your perspective from the business, and you're coming in and helping with things on the operations side. What are you seeing out there?
Well, one of the biggest things, and I want to go back to this whole purging thing.
Yeah,
that is a challenge.
Yeah,
that's a huge challenge to get people to let go of things.
Right.
Things that they may have not seen for years. Right. they might have forgot that they still had it. It's collecting dust. I might have found it in their garage underneath something hidden away. Yeah. But they still don't want to get rid of it.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. It's sentimental value, attachment.
Yeah.
Even though that sentimental value probably wore off years ago.
It's refound.
That's it. It's refound.
Sure. Yeah.
So you're getting people to let go of things, to make room and get the room that they need, especially. It's a difficulty. Yeah. But we do it in a fun way, joking way.
Yeah. That's good, and I think sometimes it's even generational. Like I think about my grandmother, my Granny Evelyn. Like she grew up in a tough time. Like the day after her wedding, she's back out in the field working, and they talked about how they canned tomatoes to get through the tough times and had food, so they had food for some of those times. So someone like that, they grew up in like a scarcity mentality. So I can just I can understand where they're coming from, but it's still hard when you look at sometimes when they have too much stuff.
Right. Or, when they're holding on to stuff that's been in their family for years, that's all fine. Have a little corner for that, but don't make that your whole garage, holding on to all that stuff.
Sure.
Live in the present.
That's right. Simplicity, I think, even more so. Even when you think about business, simplicity sells, complexity repels.
Yeah, there you go.
It really is. Like, you've got to simplify things, make it simple for the end user, and just keep it simple.
Right. And plus, we're in a world of everybody wants new things.
Right.
So how are you going to have new things if you don't have the space for new things? You got to make that space for new things.
Absolutely. Yep. So when it comes to the home moving side, so organizing options, when you look at this type of an opportunity for homeowners, who you want to talk to out there?
I want to talk to everybody.
Yep.
Everybody that owns a home, deals with a home, deals with people that own homes.
Yep.
Everybody. We feel like we can make a difference in everybody's home.
Right.
Organizing it, cleaning it.
No matter how big or small.
No matter how big or small.
Airbnbs are huge.
That is
right
a big
now.
part of the market.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me how you work with Airbnbs.
One thing we know is this: having that clean, organized space.
Yep.
It puts a smile on your face.
Right. Absolutely.
It's stress-free. So that's the difference we want to make in everybody's lives.
Yeah. Yeah, and it almost you almost want it to have, and especially from a real estate side. When I take a new listing, I'll try to point out a few things. When you look at a new listing and someone that has a space that's not organized, it's the person comes in, they don't know where their eyes should go. You got to have the simplicity from a design standpoint as well. And the studies show in real estate that a staged home sells in half the time and for 38% more money, when you're staging a home. So that speaks volumes about, the organizing side of real estate.
And a lot of times we can go in, depending on the situation. Him and I are pretty quick together. We work great as a team. So typically we can get a home done in one day. We may be there forever and ever. Yep. We might not leave during dinner. Might need a sandwich. But we do. We have finished many of homes in one day to prepare them for open houses, or company coming into town and last minute you're like, what? I have had no time to organize my home for company. The Airbnbs, of course, those only take a short time. They're usually not completely, crazy. So we're able to do Airbnbs pretty quick. So we can do a couple in a day. If you own multiple Airbnbs, we can jump right in there. So we can jump in and take on a few Airbnbs, a couple times a month just to do a refresh for whenever you do have guests sign up. And when there's a Super Bowl or family time like Mother's Day or people flying in, you can get us to come and get the Airbnb ready for those visitors as well.
Right.
So,
yeah, the storage systems too. They're it's interesting too when you look at like the Container Store. When I first saw that store, I was like, really? There's a whole store that's container? I really was. I thought it was such a niche. That's such a niche business.
Really is.
So I haven't been in there, but I'm assuming that's what it is.
I don't think you should visit. It's okay. I'm sorry.
It might not be my style, right?
The shapes, sizes, colors.
Right, all the different styles.
For garages, like when you're keeping, holiday things like Christmas and things like that, that is imperative because you want to keep those belongings nice and packed away for the time when it's necessary to pull them out.
Right.
But inside the home, the containers and organizing, that's wonderful. We have a way that we handle things without people having to go and buy a million things. So we walk in, we utilize what you have. And some people look at us and they're like, I never thought about putting that chair in that room.
Right.
But it opened up the area and the color scheme's better. And, you know, those kind of things aren't eye-popping when you're selling a home. But also when you just come home from a long day.
Yeah.
You can actually enjoy it.
We're talking with Jennifer Bell, Marquis Jackson here, home organizing options on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes, and it's a big part of the real estate business. We think about, if you take a step back and you think about what an industry the real estate business is itself. There's so many companies that are driven from real estate, from the niche of real estate, and there's always going to be that turnover. People buying, upsizing, downsizing, right sizing, closer to the beach, closer to their work. There's a lot of people making these moves. So home organizing options can help reduce the stress, can help with those key parts of the process, the packing and the unpacking, and also the cleaning in between. And you really, going back to the staging home styling, the home stage or the Airbnb service that you offer, you want somebody to walk in because you're competing with the hotels now. If you're an Airbnb, you're competing with the Marriotts and the Wyndham Grands and those types of. So you want to walk in and have that feel of your own space. You don't want to have someone else's personal pictures and stuff all around.
Exactly.
And it should be very neat, organized, nice color scheme. You want to walk in and feel like it's your spot for a minute.
Yeah.
Some people come here, for governmental contracts or whatever the situation might be. Or just flying for concerts, whatever the situation is. And
that's right.
You come in and you want to walk in and feel at ease, but also not like you're just at a hotel where 1,000 other people have been. You want it to feel like your own place, because in the future you might book with them a couple times a year and keep that space. And that's residual income for the person who owns the Airbnb as well.
Yeah, that's a big part of that business, people coming back to the same place.
And if you have the same people cleaning it and organizing it every time, you know that they are dependable and they're reliable. They're going to provide the same exceptional service every time that they come.
That's right. HomeOrganizingOptions.com. Absolutely. All right, so stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. When we come back, more from our expert contributors. We're going to talk about editing books as well, writing your own book, ghost writing, coming up here with Louise Harris. And our feel-good story of the day is a good one. Missing 5- and 8-year-old sisters found alive. Stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by Trulieve on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region's #1 consumer advocate program here. And we want to help you win no matter what you're facing out there. That is our goal. 80-plus show partners, CPAs, financial advisors, attorneys, all types of home-related services, health, nutrition experts that can help you save time and money when it comes to avoiding a lot of that commission-based advice that's so prevalent in our community out there. That's what it's all about, being your consumer advocate. Our website is consumerqb.com. Make sure you check out the website, consumerqb.com. You can see links to all of our expert contributors there on the site, and also our contact information. You can reach out to our hotline and call or text 813-670-7372. That's our consumer advocate hotline, and we would love to connect with you online and social media at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram and Twitter at Brandon Rhymes 1. Also the Consumer Quarterback Show pages as well on Facebook, and we've got our LinkedIn pages out there as well. This segment is brought to you by the Bilmar Beach Resort. The official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show is the Bilmar Beach Resort over on beautiful Treasure Island, Florida, filled with fantastic and generous amenities to make your vacation that much more special. The Bilmar Beach Resort has been one of the most sought-after destinations in the Treasure Island area for many years. And whether you're planning a business trip, a vacation, a staycation, or a wedding, the Bilmar Beach Resort is the official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. They've got 2 pools on site. They got Sloppy Joe's restaurant and a bar. So it's a great place to hang out. Bilmar Beach Resort, the official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, we're back here in studio helping you win. And as you know, I'm the owner of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty here in Tampa Bay. I've got a hot property listing, 165 23rd Avenue in St. Petersburg, 165 23rd Avenue, St. Pete. This is an opportunity. It's a corner lot, just a nice home in a nice area. This is a great up-and-coming area as well, just south of downtown St. Petersburg. And it's only a 7-minute walk to Lansing Park and the waterfront historic world-class St. Petersburg, Florida. Just a beautiful property here in Tampa Bay. 5506 Dallas Way in Valrico. This is out east in Hillsborough County. River Hills Country Club. 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, $540,000, 3,500 square foot home. And it's a one-owner home that is sure to impress. Corner lot, pool home. You got a nice driveway with pavers. Just a gorgeous property here in the River Hills Golf and Community. Tennis, golf, and swimming as well. 5506 Dallas Way. Owners motivated. Check out PlatinumMVPTeam.com. PlatinumMVPTeam.com.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
All right, so we got Louise Harris here in studio. Last research and editing, helping people with press releases, ghostwriting books.
Yeah.
What are you seeing out there?
We were talking about keeping things streamlined and organized, and that applies to your marketing too. You need to have a plan and keep it simple, because if your messages are complicated, people aren't going to understand them.
Right.
And then you're not going to attract the right person for the event or whatever you want. So you have to remember to always keep the message simple, use the right message for the right target. You have to know your target audience. I know a lot of companies that don't even know who they're targeting in the first place. So they'll say, oh, anybody who's sick, or anybody who, instead of saying, well, I'm really looking for older people who might have this illness.
Right.
So being specific will generate more. It sounds odd that you can be broad but narrow, but that is actually the case with marketing. You want to be broad in a narrow field. So you want to blast it out as many ways as possible to that niche audience. And you want to keep your message simple so that the people hearing it can understand it. You want to make sure you use all kinds of marketing that's available to you: social media, radio, television, print, the press releases like we were talking about. Like, for example, I've done a bunch for you, but you're going to the home show, and the home organizing options are going to be there too. So they could send out a press release saying that they're going to be at the Tampa Bay Home Show. and to come to the table for a special prize. That would be a great press release.
Right.
And then of course we also have talked about using a book as a marketing tool. And again, you want to target a specific audience, but you can show how you're an expert in something by writing a book.
Yeah, I like that.
And I certainly am able to help them, guide them through it. And again, keep it as simple as possible, but, fill 12 chapters or 20, whatever they need. So
a lot of people have a book in them. I think
Right.
I think that's one thing people don't realize. You have a book in you because you have expertise, you have specialized knowledge. I've got, our book that we put out teaching people how to start their own show, grow their sphere of
Right.
influence. This actually grew into a whole separate business that we launched as well. But key point, marketing versus prospecting. I think sometimes business owners get that get those two mixed up. Marketing is kind of what you described. You're running advertisement, you're running passive ads that you're kind of waiting on those calls to come in. Whereas prospecting is going out and door knocking.
Right.
Going out and making sales calls. Prospecting costs you very little money if you do it the right way.
Right. And then in marketing, you can be strategic about how you use your marketing dollar too.
Right.
Because it's all indirect, and you do need to keep people reminded of who you are and what you do. But it's a brand awareness thing, but you definitely have to do it.
Yeah.
And you have to be strategic about it.
Yeah, you got to be, definitely strategy is key these days because there's so many options. As a real estate agent, I get calls all day long, and these robo calls are killing me. We got to get the state, involved, the governors, and we got to get somebody on the line here, man, because these robo calls are nuts. I mean, just literally, the first thing they say, don't hang up. Do not hang up the phone. Like, why did you tell me what I want to do already? That's the dumbest call I've ever heard. Whoever scripted that out is an idiot.
And as soon as it's a computer on the other line, I'm like, I know this is going to be.
Hang it up, hit block. Sometimes
Right.
I save it as no. That way I know not to worry
But
about it.
when the politicians are the ones using the robocalls, they're not going to fight against it. So.
That was a big deal. I remember that we had a politician on the show that there was something going on between him and the person he was running against, and he claimed that he did this and he didn't. But yeah, the robocalls are just ridiculous, man. I know in the real estate space, we used to do them a little bit because it would be kind of a borderline thing where, hey, we're sending out a message that says, hey, 555 4th Street just got listed in your neighborhood. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, $540,000 home. So some people would look at that as something they want to know or as knowledge for the industry or kind of like a market update. But then other people are saying, why you calling my phone? I don't care. It's my minutes. It's my,
Yeah,
so
I think
I see
it's
both sides of it.
abused.
Yes.
When it first started, it wasn't that bad, but
Right.
people just abused the telemarketing and the robocalls, and now people are just like, as soon as they hear a computer, it's like, hang up.
Yeah, they're getting sued. I mean, that's the thing. There's a group of realtors that got sued, and that's so our broker at our Keller Williams office in Clearwater. They just sent out a message that says, do not do this, or you're going to get sued, and you're going to be on your own. They're not going to use corporate. You're not going to have any kind of corporate backing because they told you not to do it. So there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. And I think today when you look at marketing, especially for example with this show, we give the video content to all of our expert contributors, all the folks that have been on the show. Now what you want to do is you want to take that video content, put it in front of people in different places.
Right.
Most people have a database. They have an email database list. So design a nice database, utilize the station and show logos, the iHeart logos, the Apple TV, because now you have access to use those.
Right.
So that immediately, Louise, that's going to build brand awareness and credibility.
Right, and that's exactly what you should be doing with it. I always, when you send it to me, I usually post it on my LinkedIn and my YouTube, so that people will see it in at least those two formats. But yes, you could also do an email blast with it. And I have clicked on some of the emails that you sent me that have video attached to it, and there is actually emails that come with a video actually are higher open rate than those without a video.
Right.
So it does have an effect.
I agree. Yeah, we're talking with Louise Harris, last research and editing here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. And you look at, because it's human, it's back to, again, we talked about purging when we're talking about home organizing options and the lack thereof in some cases, right? And when you talk about marketing, as human beings, we have, I saw a study one time, we've got a certain amount of messages per minute that we're seeing per hour, so it's a fast-paced environment. So I think, not to our fault, but just to our DNA, that we're seeing so many messages and we don't have time to read a long article.
Right.
We would rather see a quick video. Boom, give me the video, give it to me in 30, 45 seconds.
Right. They would definitely want to see the video more than they would want to read the article. But then on the same token, if you don't see it in more than one way, like if you're only seeing it in the video, you're going to forget that person too.
Yeah.
So it's a quantity of how many times you see it.
Yeah.
If you think of Morgan and Morgan, they're everywhere. And people remember them because they're everywhere.
Yeah.
For the people.
Developing jingles and stuff like that. That's right. And you look at the ability to have different types of offers. I think that's important, crafting that particular offer. For the real estate agencies, it's, the free CMA. People might, what's a CMA? I don't know. But when you say, find out what the value of your home is for free, all you have to do is text the word to this number, then that's a totally different offer and a different perspective.
And it also goes to what that words matter. If you use an acronym, people aren't necessarily going to know what it means, but if you say, I want to give you an evaluation of what your home is worth, that is the same thing as a CMA, but they understand it, whereas they wouldn't the first time.
Yep, absolutely. All right, stay with us right here, Consumer Quarterback Show. More from our expert contributors when we come back. Also, our feel-good story of the day is a good one. We got missing 5- and 8-year-old sisters that have been found alive. Here's a feel-good story coming out of California for you right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Stay with us. Don't touch that dial.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
House or
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by Trulieve on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here. I'm your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, owner of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We're looking for agents to join our team. We're growing our team statewide now, so we would love to talk to any other real estate agents that might want to join our team and take advantage of some of the unique opportunities that we afford them to grow their business. Take advantage of the technology package that Gary Keller just rolled out with Keller Williams Realty. We just rolled out a $1 billion tech package that rivals that of Amazon and Netflix. So really cool stuff happening here with the Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty as well. And we want to help you win. That's our goal. This segment is brought to you by Replenish IV Solutions, the science of nutritional balance. We're talking about vitamins, minerals, electrolytes, restore, reinvigorate, and revive Replenish IV Solutions. Say hello to Steve and Lisa Gunnan, the owners of this fine company here. They have a new location in Carrollwood now. And they also have a location on Gandy Boulevard in South Tampa. Steve and Lisa Gunnan, owners of Replenish IV Solutions, the science of nutritional balance. All right, we're back here in studio helping you win. Every day we're going to tell you something positive here in our feel-good story of the day. And here we're going to tell you something positive here.
Tell me something good.
All right, so we got missing 5 and 8-year-old sisters found alive. The two sisters have been found alive. They were gone for more than 44 hours. They were reported missing from Humboldt County, California. According to the sheriff's office, 5-year-old Caroline and 8-year-old Leah Carico went missing from their home Friday afternoon on Sunday, March 3rd, around 10:38 a.m. Researchers Delbert Chumley and Abraham Hill from the Piercy Volunteer Fire Department located the girls approximately 1.4 miles away from their home in Benbow. Here's a look at the two heroes who located Layla and Caroline, said the Sheriff's Department wrote on their Facebook page. We're so thankful for the Delbert Chumley and Abraham Hill from Piercy Volunteer Fire for assisting in this 44-hour search. We are so grateful for the support provided by all of our assisting agencies and over 210 searchers. The girls were located huddled together under a bush. They were reunited family shortly after being located. The girls told first responders that they were following a deer trail when they had become lost. The two decided to stay put, drink fresh water from huckleberry leaves, and that's your story in our feel good segment of the day. Wow, that's got to be a tough time for parents, man. Those tough 44 hours right there.
Those kids were smart enough to drink the leaves. That's interesting.
Yeah, 44 hours. Yeah, they're drinking from the leaves. That's pretty cool. I thought that was interesting too.
I wouldn't have made it.
No.
You're a little bit taller than us. You can drink that.
44 hours. You can make 44 hours now. Come on.
And who would have thought to drink off a huckleberry leaf?
Right.
What's a huckleberry leaf?
Who knows? Who knows? Hopefully it's one of the round ones that kind of capture a little bit of water.
Right.
But yeah, it's interesting. You watch those survival movies, you see those stories. But all right, let's jump into our lightning round here. We're going to give you some nuggets of advice here in our lightning round.
The lightning round.
I am so good at lightning rounds.
I majored in lightning rounds.
All right, so we're going to talk about top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Jennifer Bell.
Parting words of wisdom. When we come, and we will when you call us, we really appreciate if you sit back and think about what is in your home, what you value and you actually utilize so that we can help you purge, because that has to be our first step. That's imperative to getting things in order. We keep things at a timely manner, so we set appointments quickly and arrive on time. And we would like to go into each area knowing what your expectations are, knowing what you expect from us so that we can work through it very quickly together and get things in order. If you want your house to stay clean and remain clean, then you have to do something on a daily basis. 10-15 minutes a day prevents you from having a nightmarish situation over and over. So once it's in order, we can definitely give you ideas and tips to keep it in order, things that you struggle with, and just get all the things that you need in order first, and then we'll help you out, walk you through how to maintain it. I think the biggest thing is letting go of what you need to let go, and then keeping what you need to keep.
I like it. So you brought some before and after pictures for us here, Rob.
Okay,
Can we
brace
throw
yourself.
Let's throw some pictures up here. All right. Whoa. Okay.
This is what happens when you get tired during your cleaning.
Yep. Okay. So there's not much floor. So there's a after. Looks like an after picture there.
Right. So on top of the bed is some of the clothes. There are mounds and mounds of clothes in this person's, just their closet. It took a few hours to get this done.
Nice.
But it's all color coordinated.
4.5 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's color coordinated and set up so that way they can walk in and even find their T-shirts. You want to wear a white T-shirt, and you're good to go. Just put it back where you found it, and you're good. It'll stay the same every time.
Nice. I like that.
Okay. This is a terrible.
Speaks for itself.
Whoa.
This is a terrible renter.
Yeah, that's a tough
that
tenant
was
there.
asked to leave. So that one turned out pretty well afterwards.
And this is so everybody knows the kind of shit we deal with. Sorry.
So this is a garage. It's overwhelming, just piles and piles of stuff bagged up, everything.
Yeah, it
and
is.
we're able to move around. Even the little plants you see there, we place those there so that when she comes out into the garage, she can use her grandmother's case right there, the little storage case,
Yep.
to sit down and put her shoes on before she gets in the car. Everything
Nice.
can be used for a purpose.
I like that. Awesome.
This just a little bit messy of a office, just getting things organized. They pulled apart an entire computer, so we got everything straightened up there. But that was a quick refresh. This is like what someone would want to transfer one of their rooms into an Airbnb. Right.
Nice.
And so we just took out all the unnecessary extra items, straightened it up, made sure they had additional linens and things in the closet for the Airbnb guest, and that's it.
Awesome. Good stuff.
That's another one of the situations.
The situation room.
Yeah, that one was awful. About 14 hours to fix a 1-bedroom condo.
Wow.
Right.
That's a testimony for sometimes people. There's a good argument that can be made for having rental properties, but then sometimes you see the other side of it. The tenants' toilets and termites. They have
Right.
the issues with rental properties.
Well, they are very happy to have us and invited us back for a couple other a little bit less traumatic situation for them.
Nice. All right, good stuff. So homeorganizingoptions.com. Jennifer Bell, Marquis Jackson. All right, Louise Harris, give us your top tips.
Okay, well, I have a new service. This came about because my daughter is a senior in high school, and she's applying to all these colleges, and we realized that the schools cost $50,000 and higher, and they only give you, even though she's an academic, they only give her half of that.
Wow.
So my new service is that I provide editing for those who want to write essays for scholarships.
Oh, wow.
So,
that's cool.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing now, and it was a need that I noticed with my daughter, and now I can see how it can be, especially for those who don't speak English as a first language. I think it would really be helpful.
Right.
So.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's such a key component to getting accepted into that school that you
Right.
want.
Yes.
Because they're going to look at those essays.
Yes, and it is a key component if you want to get that private money, which is necessary today. So.
Yeah, man, that's a whole nother issue of the cost of education and how it's gone up. And
Yes,
and I was
it
reading an
is.
article somewhere. I think it said something about the government stopped. I think it was subsidizing certain types of the public universities.
Right.
Something like that may have happened a year ago or so. I was watching a documentary maybe.
Yeah, it is. It's a whole business of dealing with college money because
Right.
because they only give you half, they expect you to get the loans for the other half, and so
Right.
that is not very cost effective at all. You're coming out of debt with $100,000,
Yeah.
and you're only 22 years old. So.
Yeah.
It's really ridiculous, and so there is other ways, but you have to find them, and then you have to be the ones that win, and there's all these problems. So
Yeah. Get a scholarship, try to get an athletic scholarship or try to, do some kind of a niche where you can find a scholarship. But yeah, that's why you see a lot of these so-called gurus, these, YouTube type gurus, these people coming out talking about, don't go to college, learn your trade. And there's something to be said for that. People that have a certain skill set, go learn a trade. We just dealt with it firsthand. It took us a long time to build a new construction home. And it was just because of the certain tradesmen and women.
there's a
not
shortage.
showing up. Exactly.
And there's certain kids, like my son, he's better off in a job like that than he is in going to college.
Right.
So there are certain kids that would do better at a trade than would be at college, but the schools push you. It's like, you got to go to college.
Like you said, it's a churning machine. It's a big money. It's a money making machine system. Exactly. And and it's really just kind of gone up exponentially, the cost of everything. You look at it, but that's the thing too, is like you look at the ability to self-educate, and get your own education and learn from online, YouTube. I mean, there's so many things you can learn from online, and that's why I always say here on the show that we live in the best time to be alive as a human being. I mean, you could literally hate your job from 9 to 5, come home, eat something, work from 7 to 11 every night, and create something here in the land of opportunity.
Right.
Whereas our grandparents, they were pretty much relegated to, that's what they did. They went to bed. They, hard to create a side job with no internet.
Right.
With no internet. So now it's a totally different game. I want to thank Jennifer Bell, Marquis Jackson. Thanks for coming in. Home Organizing Options. Louise Harris, always a pleasure as well. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some food or clothing. Carry it with you to and from your commute. Hand it to that person that you see in need, and be a force for good in the community. Do something kind for one another. Lots of ways you can get involved in the community. Something as simple as donating blood. At least once a year, go donate some blood, donate some time at a local food bank, and serve. Habitat for Humanity is another one we talked about. Different organizations here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. So we'll see you next time. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for The Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 1025 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.